Masked policemen started to clear the demonstrators from outside the Georgian parliament soon after it had voted. There were a number of arrests. Hundreds of riot police were on standby in the streets nearby. Earlier, the government pushed through the third and final reading of the new law with a comfortable majority. But there had been scuffles between opposition MPs and those of the governing Golden Dream party. The opposition accuses the government of abusing the legislative system to force the law through. Golden Dream is accused of having close links with Russia and acting on its behalf in obstructing Georgia's move towards a European future. Thousands of protesters maintained their vigil outside the heavily fortified building. As MPs voted, they tried to make themselves heard. In the last 24 hours, there have been occasional outbursts of violence as the police have tried to arrest young protesters and push them back. They say they will not go home, and their protests will grow.
We are not the generation that's going to allow our government to allow the Russian law to work in Georgia. We don't want to be called as a Russian agent or any agents in general. We want to be like a fulfilled European society.
We are here every day, and hundreds and thousands of people are here every day. And country can't just go on and just works. So we're going to stop going to work, and this country is going to stop moving on.
Georgia is a candidate for EU membership. Brussels has signalled its opposition to the new law, saying it is not compatible with its values. On Tuesday, US Assistant Secretary of State James O'Brien met with Georgia's Prime Minister Irakli Kobakidze in Tbilisi. Washington is concerned that Moscow is wielding undue influence on what was once a Soviet republic and will do its best to prevent it turning to the West, just as it is trying to do in Ukraine. The Kremlin denies it. We even hear threats of imposing sanctions on Georgia if it adopts any law in their country. What is this if not direct interference into the internal affairs of Georgia? But I will repeat, it is an internal affair of the country, and we will not interfere there in any way. Georgia's President Salome Zurabichvili is opposed to the new law and says she'll use her veto. But that can be overturned by another vote in Parliament. The protesters vow to be here when it does. Simon McGregor-Wood, TRT World.